to the channel Guitars for Christ, where you can learn how to play guitar in church. In this video, we're going to go over something that I think is more important than I used to think it was. So, to build some context, I have been working recently on a Bible study for the guitar. Obviously, since the guitar didn't exist in the Bible days, we can't really take a guitarist from the Bible and try to model ourselves after his playing. But we have similar instruments to the guitar. The one that's maybe the ancestor of all stringed instruments would be harps. Even back in Genesis, it talks about Jubal, who was the father of those who played harps and organs. So harps were the first stringed instrument, most likely. Now, I am not saying that the guitar is exactly like a harp. I'm saying the guitar is the ancestor of a harp.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Because it's a stringed instrument. So does the violin. So are other instruments. Even the piano is similar to the harp because it has strings. So every stringed instrument is similar to the harp. And the harp is like the father of all stringed instruments. Now, David may be the most popular harpist we have in the Bible. And we have the story in 1 Samuel chapter 16 where Saul has an evil spirit from the Lord, and his servants say he should get somebody. In verse 16 it says he should get somebody. They'll find somebody that can play the harp for him, who's a cunning player, and he can come in and play with his hand, and the evil spirit will depart from Saul. So they get David, and David comes, and in verse 23 it says, and David played with his hand, right? So what we're going to discuss today is playing with your hand. Most of the time on my channel we discuss playing with a pick. It's not a sin to play with a pick, not even close. But if we study the word, we obviously are supposed to focus on melody. It says making melody in your hearts toward God in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 19. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at something called fingerstyle. Fingerstyle. I'm not very focused on it, so I'm not great at it, but I'll share with you what I know about it. So the first lesson in fingerstyle is just figuring out how your fingers are supposed to work. So obviously with your left hand, you have your first finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. And those are the four fingers you use with your left hand. Sometimes you use your thumb, but that's for a different video. Now, with your right hand, then you have your first finger, which is your thumb. Okay? First finger, second finger is your index finger, then third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Okay? And you'll use primarily your first three fingers in fingerstyle. So I'm going to teach you a quick pattern that you can do with any chord. So what you do is you do the top string with your first finger, your thumb, and then the bottom string with your middle finger, and then the third string with your thumb again, and then the second string with your second finger. So, and I'll play a quick chord cycle with that pattern real quick. Okay, it's pretty simple, but there are some complications that you might have. One complication you might have is plucking the strings too much. Don't get behind the string at all, because then you'll pluck it out and you could break the string. So that's an important thing. Don't get behind the string. Another thing that's important would be to have your fingers warmed up for this. So just practice it, practice it, practice it. It took me a while, even because I hadn't done this before. It takes me quite a bit of time to be able to do it. And I just practiced it and practiced it and practiced it. Now I can do it quite quickly, but you're going to have to start slowly. Now remember the fingering, because that's important. And there are many other patterns you could do. You could even play whole songs, but there are some important things that we can learn in fingerstyle. I plan to do a few fingerstyle videos. This is the first one. So just practice that pattern. And you'll get better at the pattern and better at the pattern and better at the pattern. And then you'll be able to play it quite well. And it's helpful for many reasons. But it's kind of just soft and soothing. And it's more actual notes and less rhythm. So that's the video for today. I hope you guys can figure out that fingerstyle pattern. Continue working, continue practicing. You guys are doing quite well, I'm assuming. And you'll see me in the next video.